Yes, good. Oh hell no, what the fuck is that shit? The fuck are they feeding these monkeys? Oh what the? Wait, oh, jump in you. I'm so dead now. Ooh, okay. You're fucking up. Easy. Easy. Thank you for the Trident Governor for carrying me. As usual. Experience the Great Wilds. Huh. I wonder why I couldn't, eh? By reading the contents, I was able to get the Play Dead emote. After exploring the taxidermy museum for a bit, I found myself a big elephant. Shh. Sneaky, sneaky. We sneak. Okay, we can't sneak. Okay, cool. Oh! I'll just stab him in the face. Bye-bye. Upstairs by the elephant was my first ever DLC weapon. Ooh, Royal Hornbow. I do want to try the bows out. Upon unlocking the shortcut back to the Stargazer, I explored the exterior of the zoo and acquired my first ever Ancients disc. I still can't believe that they made Australia canon. Who the heck taught them to spin anyways? The red kangaroo is especially tough. That marsupial's feet combos just never end. Okay, but he's probably preparing me for what's about to come. Unlike the previous encounter, this one spawns an extra snake-like appendage, which can proc the new freeze debuff in just one hit. And if you die with freeze for the first time thanks to this dude... Okay, you get the shiver emote. Okay. I might as well try out the bow while I'm still here, and being able to parry with a ranged weapon feels nice. It's also good enough to stay out of his frosty shenanigans. With just 3 attempts he goes down easily. Whew. First I used the Legion plug to craft the Cataclysm arm. I then stumbled upon a bird exhibit with the sign saying no whistling. I continued exploring and discovered the Lozini bolt weapon. Upon entering the savannah area, I discovered Romeo's scythe and a lot of blood. However, his body is nowhere to be found. Probably the crocodile has something to do with him. Speaking of it though, oh my goodness, the camera is so terrible. Can I see? Can I see? Okay, I can't see, but cool. Also, you can get inside him, which is pretty funny. I'm so cooked! Ooh, oh my goodness, oh my gracious. Can I see the camera? Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness, you chonky boy. Fuck off. Okay, nice. Ooh, that's sick though. Kill sweep. There you go, nice one. Whew. Good fight, GG. Well, in order to proceed to the next area, I needed Marchiona's key. Time to explore her greenhouse then. What? I got robbed there. What the fuck was that shit? After a while of exploring, I found my second Ancients disc and Marchiona's own research room, where I received the legendary Stalker's message to Marchiona.
If you do, consider it partial payment for what happened to my other apprentice. As soon as I am able, I shall return to collect your remaining debt. Until then, take care not to die. From Leia, Florence, Monad.
Well, unfortunately for Leia, she will not have her rematch anytime soon. That is, if I can even beat her. Before continuing further, can we take a moment to appreciate her design and voice acting? Her voice is essentially what mermaids are for fishermen. These quotes are always stuck in my mind.
You belong to me now. Weep in the storm. Tremble in fear. Scream for my pleasure.
Yes, sir!
Get away quick enough, can you?
Yes, what I want you to do next is to crush my balls. Yikes, this bozo has fallen in love with a cartoon character! All that simply aside, the fight is really well done. When her puppet string is red, that means her bot is attacking us. Especially when you realize there's an off-screen attack coming. If you think she hits hard in phase 1, she will give you the full golden experience in phase 2. It's gonna explode, isn't it? Like I got her to low health so many times, and yet she pulls this off. Fuck! 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 Oh my fucking goodness, is that it? Is that it? Is it it? Is it?
I have no rival beyond Leia. It should have been the two of us, locked in a fight to the death.
Imagine my disappointment when I find out what her boss weapon is. I'm serious. The key unlocks a blood-covered passageway, which definitely belongs to Romeo, and the legendary stalker's going after the kidnapper. We follow the legendary stalker's footsteps to a carnival, and then a voice. Oh yeah, I can be your friend. Basically, the puppet girl lost her shoes and we will have to help her find it. While looking for her shoes, I found my first ever carnival coin. Coincidentally, there's a mechanism nearby requiring the carnival coin. Once inserted, it gave me the tap dance emote. Oh hell yeah. Oh boy, he got moves for real. I then continued on and noticed a familiar symbol. Black Rabbit's whole key. Oh, and the carnival coin. Yay. Yo, what up, Parade Master? Been a long time. Okay, cool. Okay, he just one-shots me. Got it. Easy peasy. Carnival coin, eh? Why are these so special? Turns out there are special booths that require the carnival coins. The second coin allowed me access to a mini-game of whack-a-mole. And once I've knocked down a certain number of clowns, the game awards us with a pinwheel weapon. Yeah, I really enjoy the weapon's run effect. However, the third coin will be much more challenging as I have to battle a clown puppet. Oh my god, he just one-shotted me. Jesus Christ. All that for that? I'm surprised that he doesn't even drop a quartz. He's way too tough. Yo, what up? Yeah, sure, why not? Black Rabbit whole key, of course. There's a friendly clown puppet right next to the merchant, and if you give him another coin, he will give you a full moonstone of the covenant. Oh hell yeah, I do want that shit. If you perform the tap dance emotes right in front of him, he will give you the cheer emote. Well, to progress further in the DLC, we need the Zoo Tram Station key, which was pretty easy to find. Well, if you drop down to the merry-go-round, there's a chest storing Rosaria's shoes. Now, who would gatekeep a child's shoes? I have no idea, but that's weird as hell. Once her shoes are fetched, Rosaria will give us another track album for our collection. Oh. I then used the Black Rabbit Hood's key to open the mysterious door and got myself some fresh rabbit fit. Upon donning the drip, was I awarded with a second Rabbit Hood key. Well, enough distractions aside, it's time to move on and board the tram. Before I could do that, however, I was interrupted by a blind lady. Respecting her request, I picked up the blank canvas on the floor and lied about it being a magnificent piece of work when asked about it. With that out of the way, I can finally board the tram, and acquainted with a very little rascal, we arrived at our destination, which seemed quite familiar. Yes, this is Hotel Kratz before its grand opening. And beside the P-organ upgrade mechanism, was I able to loot the upgrade core, which allowed for the upgrades to pre-existing P-organ upgrades, and yet another achievement. Surprisingly, the golden coin fruit tree is still there, and there's a spot you can plant the golden seed you discovered. Right next to the garden was a second Black Rabbit Hood hideout, from which you can get the youngest rabbit strip. Well, it's time to greet the friendly faces in the hotel. One of them is being Claus, who sells rare objects in exchange for the ancient discs I found along the journey. Of course, I have to buy the cat's collar. That shit is priceless. The second NPC I met was Lumaccio, leader of the bastards, and he reported that the legendary stalker went down the lift. When I creaked open the basement floor, a key dropped on the floor. Oh, that family's master key. Unfortunately, there is no third Black Rabbit Hood's key to unlock the third door. What the fuck was that shit? Oh. Ooh. Not you again. Fuck off. No one likes you. Let's go, we got the key. Near the bottom of the sewers was something whining in agony, and I quickly found out where the source is. Even on New Game Plus, I think NPC bosses like her have too much health. Since I have little to no appreciation of NPC bosses, I just cheesed her with the bow. With her demise, we were able to get the key to the next area. Using the key to unfreeze other areas, was I able to obtain the La Vendetta weapon from the chest. I was also able to reunite with the legitimate Aladoro, who gave me a horn to summon him during the two-faced Overseer boss battle. Right beside him was the Claw's luxury bag, which I quickly handed it to the man himself to add more shop goods. He now sells a new golden record, but I'm too broke to buy it. Well, might as well pet the goodness spoil while I'm in the hotel. When I returned, I made sure to loot the third Black Rabbit Hood costume. I continued on my exploration and found myself some art supplies, which I delivered immediately to the blind artist to progress her side quest. I also found the two-faced Overseer just chilling. With the power of friendship, Aladoro and I ganged his ass.
You showed great skill during this fight.
But in all seriousness, I think he's a pretty good fight solo. I used to hate his delayed attacks, but after refighting him, I loved mixing dodging, parrying, and attacking. I especially love when he does a double spin around, in which I can just dodge and then deflect after. But when he goes to red mode, this is where the fight particularly becomes more fun. If you don't panic and just follow the principles I mentioned, he almost feels as fun as Godfrey the first Elden Lord. But in my opinion, I think he's better than Godfrey because I can actually get value when I'm on the defensive. One nitpick is the camera, but it's no big deal because it only happened to me 2 times. I initially hated him, but after refighting him so many times, I think he's one of the top 3 bosses in Knights of P. Alright, so Glazes ended, time to jump back to the story. Once the Overseer is defeated, we get the Bloody Cipher Machine, which can be headed over to Aladoro back in Hotel Krat for a clue. He also gave me a lead on who might have kidnapped Romeo.
Look into the name. Arlecchino.
Oh fucking course. After the revelation, I followed the clue back to the zoo, and inside the crocodile taxidermy model I found a hidden report, which could be handed over to Aladoro to complete the investigation. I then proceeded to the new area and found the leader of bastards just chilling on a pillar, who gave me the runes key to further progress into the relic of Trismegistus. While exploring, I heard the voice beckoning me to come closer. It came from a crushed puppet, but the true owner of the voice told me to follow 3 more of these drones in order to locate his prison. While searching for those crushed puppets, I found a rather menacing one instead. A challenging fight for sure, but Geppetto's work always comes out on top. I looted the chest he was guarding and turns out it was the 2nd Legion plug, which I used to craft the Icarus arm. I resumed the exploration and found myself the Archguardian's weapon. I also found another crushed puppet further down. Exhaust his dialogue options and you get the doubts emote. Strangely enough, right next to the puppet was some mining noises within the walls, but it's not the most concerning noise I've heard.
What the blazes was that?
What the? Oh hell no. Hello again, Green Swan Monster. It's been a long time. This fella over here loves to give me hugs and kisses. Yeah, I know that you're young and don't know about boundaries, but please chill with the DD embraces. Apart from being faster and a few additional moves, he doesn't feel much harder. Once his HP is brought up to a certain threshold, it'll just tuck his tail in between his legs and just run away. I resumed on the main path, but there's a giant Strealer machine blocking my way. By shortening its lifespan, I'm able to get the Corroded Cipher Machine. After that, I continued on the path and heard a faint voice completely drained of vigor.
Resora needs
Oh hi.
ergo. Oh, friend, I tried to go. Heart slowing. Resora.
Yeah, fuck it. You can have that shit. I don't need it anyways.
Oh, here. Resora.
Yay! Let's go. I then headed the Corroded Cipher Machine to Aladoro and he gave me the clue, which led me back to the wall with strange mining noises. And with a little bit of help, the wall is broken free at last. Oh damn. After giving the tragic diary entries to Aladoro, he gives us an ancient disc, which I used to obtain the Golden Nightmare record from Claws. Eventually, I found the source of the crushed puppet's voice, and turns out the prisoner is being held by his own will inside a preserving Bacta tank, and he's missing 95% of his organs. Sympathizing with his tragic situation, I decided to pull the plug on him. With my merciful act, I was rewarded with the Nightmare track record. Let's go. Soon I reached the core of the runes, and when I finally used the secret runes key, the boss is definitely nearby. And there he is, erupting from his cocoon. For some reason they emphasized on P clenching his fist that hard, probably because he does that bullshit 5-piece combo. Also some moves he does are pretty incomprehensible and the camera doesn't help with that. Honestly, I have nothing else more to say about his first phase, it's very boring. I would admit his phase 2 is much of a glow up. Apart from him spamming the usual ground slam, he now infuses his stand arrow with the power of the arm of God, and now he can bombard us with off-screen arrow attacks, yippee! Also when he drags his arrow on the floor, it leaves behind a yellow wave effect. Now chat, where have I seen this before? The best part of the fight is obviously the laser combo copied from Madir. While I do appreciate the effort, I think Madir still clears. Just look at how this copycat tried to copy the swagger of how he shoots the laser. Meanwhile my go-to Madir just sweeps around the laser like a Giga Jet. I like that he only uses his laser combo when he's actually 1 HP. You can not only feel the raw power of the lasers, you can also feel Madir's desperation at staying alive, by using the very thing he swore to destroy a long time ago. Especially at the end he collapses due to the tremendous force required to pull this off. There is no one in the world that could glaze this dragon harder than me. Enough yapping, just get this fraud out of here. Okay. Easy! When he dies, he dropped the Anguished Guardian's Ergo, which I used to trade for the Pale Knight's weapon. Upon realizing that time is running out for Romeo and especially for the Legendary Stalker, I have no choice but to speed up my exploration. I say this while I got distracted by the Traveling Merchant. Hell yeah, I'll buy that shit. He also sells an amulet, but strangely enough for $100. What the fish? Okay, cool. After totally not dying to that annoying ass fish, I got myself the third and final cipher machine. But this time Alado had a hard time cracking it, so I'll have to find the key from the rightful owner. I continued on exploring until I found a zombie with a crown on his head. Well, nothing personal, drip is just drip. I also came across a dying fisherman who happened to catch a very large fish with his own hands. In his final moments, he requested me to fetch him some beer in the fishing village nearby. This looks to be a boss fight. Wait, it's not? There you go. Oh, adequate! Let's go. Turns out Lumacho is some man's slapdog at eliminating targets, Veronique being one of them. And he's actually competent in fighting despite him being a bitch. Just like every NPC fight, you just circle around them and backstab them. Strangely enough, I find this fight way more fun than Veronique's. Probably because he uses smoke screen and deception tricks. Until he gets iframes and pulse potion mid-fight, undoing all that damage you have been working so hard on his bloated HP bar. Not only does he heal once, he heals completely during his second phase, which is so demoralizing when he has so much health. With all that nitpicking aside, I think second phase is really good. In phase 1, he just does too much umbrella combos, whereas here I can actually get a free hit combo. If not for the Trial of Confidence, I would have been drowning in attempts, which coincidentally enough did happen. You get the fuck out of here, you fucking trash! Oh my god. You! 戇鳩垃圾! Turns out Lumacho was holding the key required to unlock the frozen cipher machine, and the clue led us straight to the fishing village. Along the way, I got myself the silent mace weapon. Eventually, I arrived at the village, and the fisherman would be heartbroken to see all the corpses lying around. Speaking of whom, his house is locked and I'll need his key for it. I'll worry about it later as I ascend the steps to the Kratz lighthouse. In the basement, there appears to be a door only responsive to wait. Well, if you happen to buy all the stuff from the merchants in chapter 4, the giant amulets that he sells will force the door open. Make sure to grab the lighthouse keeper's journal inside and turn it over to Aladoro. When he asks you what he's doing is worth it, make sure to lie to him. That way you get the survivor track record and his side quest will conclude. Let's go! You get the achievements if you lied or not. Speaking of side quests, I remember that the blind artist existed. Oh, she died. After reading the letter she sincerely wrote it to you, you get the clear blue sky track record. The painting she left behind can also be placed in Hotel Krat. I continued on exploring the lighthouse and found myself the fisherman's spear. I swiftly delivered it to the fisherman and made sure that he dies a happy and prideful man. Once he drew his last breath, I got the fisherman's key, which I used to open the fisherman's cottage. I quickly grabbed the letter found on the bed and read its contents. Turns out that his wife actually caught the petrification disease, and the fisherman had no choice but to turn his back on his world which is already dying. Man, that is really tragic. Well, eventually I reached the top of the lighthouse, and after activating the cutscene, I got an achievement saying that I acquired all gestures. With the Rose Estate in sight, it is time that we join forces with the legendary stalker. She was hostile at first, but once I gave her back Romeo's locket, and the key that she carelessly left in chapter 2, the Rescue Romeo two-man party is officially in motion. Oh, don't worry, I already met up with Rosaria at the lighthouse, and promised her that we'll meet again someday. I also looted my 4th Black Rabbit Hood costume right underneath her. Well, cut back to the present, we and Leia were cutting down hordes of zombies.
Why have you stopped? Keep moving.
Wait for me lah. I need to get the chest. Yoink. But as we climbed up the summit, the more enemies spawned. But as usual, the legendary stalker and her apprentice comes up on top.
I must admit.
So the strat is, I do this, and you do attacking. Let's go. You see, very effective, you see. How's that pussy I am? Look, she's doing the thing. Damn! With no more enemies in our wake, we eventually arrived at our destination. But then Leia had some trouble with her condition, so I'll have to scout ahead alone. But nothing could have prepared me to see what's in the next room. What the fuck? Is that Romeo?
No. Not you. Not like this.
Nah.
This happen. Why does this keep happening? Is it me? Is it my fault? Romeo. You never should have had to suffer this. Not you.
While Leia took the time to grieve for the loss of Romeo's arms, I took the time to explore the ruins of the Monad family's mansion. It's fucked up that Simon Menace infected a whole orphanage of stalker children, just to claim his beloved arm of God. Although many are dead here, we may be just in time to save one more life.
And who might you be?
TikTok, rest there as fast as you can, because Arjun's gonna kick your ass if you don't. I find it very cool in the first phase that he inputs reads you when you pop an Estus flask. And oh my god, the voice acting is so peak. Also, the team up she does with you is very hype. Come on, come on. Oh my god! 2,000 damage! 2,000 damage! We are so cooked. Fuck! 4,000 damage! Oh my god! Once a fucking gunshot does more damage than our team are combined. Let's go. I'll admit I did the boss fight so much injustice. Woo! Please don't tell me he's a third phase. Oh my fucking god, this boss is so good, man. Oh my god. I especially agree with the statement when I fought him solo difficulty 5. I find Parallax to be one of the best weapons to spar off against him. The only thing I dislike about phase 1 Alecchino is that he tends to string his combos very long. For example, this iteration shown on screen. Oh, don't worry, the combo gets longer when you try to heal and he input reads you. But when Dawn's on the Millennia and Console dance here, unlike his siblings, second phase is much more easier than the first. If you keep it cool and don't be greedy. I used to die so much to his version of Waterfowl dance, but if there's a deflect button in the game, there's always a way. Some nitpicks in phase 2 is that he sometimes do follow-ups after his clear punishable windows, but that same RNG always blesses you with some staggers. Oh, another attack that I used to die to is his double poke attack. It came out way faster than I expected and so many attempts were down the drain because of that. Oh, when he does the exact chainsaw move, it's the perfect time for you to heal or counter attack. Overall, this boss has surpassed my expectations. Good moveset, good soundtrack and good voice acting. Oh my fucking god, this is an epic fight. Absolute cinema. Although I did beat him clean, teamwork always makes the dream work. Oh shit. Oh damn. Fitting, eh? Let's go! POV storm is approaching. Well, with Romeo saved, Leia has officially retired as a legendary stalker, as she's a dead woman walking anyways, but in her final moments we granted her wish.
All this time, I wondered why you look so familiar. Now I know.
Oh my. Oh, this is such a good DLC. Oh man. I'm getting emotional here. Until Geppetto comes along and got Leia doing the coat dog looking in the horizon meme.
Carry on. Don't forget, this is your story now.
While 99% of the DLC is complete, there's one more thing left to do.
The painting. This must have been Leia's room. Who knew her memories were so close?
My dearest Carlo, listening to this song always reminds me of you. Do you remember the time we all gathered to play this piece together? We were happy then. They were precious, if all too short moments of happiness. Perhaps those times were so precious because of their brevity. Why is it that we humans always look for more when happiness is already in our grasp? and Romeo. It was more than I could bear at the time. But in the end, you two saved me. You washed away all the spite and hatred in my heart. Legendary Stalker. A worthless title. That cruel end should never have been your fate. It was only when I held your pale, cold face in my hands that I understood that we should have stayed together. That I should never have left the two of you. But now you belong to the past. I shouldn't cry. It happens to us all. Eventually, I will join you there as well. No one lives forever. So in time, we will meet again. And in that moment, my wish is that I get to sit with you as the light of the sunrise washes over us. And we share a laugh. Together. Your teacher, Leia.
And yes, I sat down and listened to all the DLC soundtracks until I got the achievement.